Week 2 is over. It was a coding week and it was pretty productive, not perfect. I felt I was ill towards the end of the week, and I also started my scuba diving certification course. But still, it was a pretty productive week, better than the previous one. And it's already time to look at what I've done. So here we go. First of all, I worked on the empty state for the monitors list. Now there's a tiny little graphic that's showing you that you have no monitors. This was important because it's what people see the first time they log in after signing up. And well, this was just me having fun, really, but the most important part is these two buttons that give you common first actions when you're there. So create a monitor and get in touch with us. I could see people getting really confused with what's there before, which was just an empty list with all the pagination and filters and search bar. Super useless if you have no monitors, So I've hidden all of that, and instead now if you have no monitors, it just shows you the actions that you can take, which are create a monitor and get in touch with us. And I'm thinking about I'm going to add more actions there in the future, like set up your integrations for Slack, SMS, whatever, or create a status page and stuff like that. But for now, this is good enough. I've implemented Google Auth, or in other words, sign in with Google. This is useful because I think it might increase the quality of the emails that I get. But also just because it makes the flow a bunch easier. It doesn't require the whole email verification part and getting your name and surname. And I think it's more likely that the name and surname that users give me are real and not just, ASD or random stuff, because they're too lazy to type in their name. Unfortunately, this is not online yet because it's still waiting for approval from Google. And then I've also implemented Zapier integration. Zapier is super cool because it allows, with just one integration, it allows my users to integrate with a lot of other services, but that also needs approval from Zapier, and they've already rejected it once, telling me that I need to make some changes. So I'm going to need to make those changes and try again. And that's probably happening in the next coding week. And then finally, I fixed the SMS notifications, which were not working super reliably. Now I'm using a different SMS provider, which is Twilio, which I think is more reliable. And that's online already and working. And then finally, I remade this section with the list of integrations that we provide, because it was super ugly, the one that I made last week. And added this part on the landing page, which is essentially it's supposed to be a complete list of features. And the idea is that very often I see people opening the landing page, scrolling down, and then leaving. And I want to understand why they're leaving. And I'm hoping that this new section, because of the way it's made, with subsections that are closed by default, and if you want to check them out, you need to open them, is going to allow me to at least know which category of features the users were looking at when they decided to either sign up or leave, and also which category of features is most important to users. So I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I had this idea, so I wanted to try it. So I've made that. And also I migrated my database to the same AWS region as the Lambdas, because they were in different AWS regions, and I realized that was causing everything to go slower. So hopefully everything is a bit quicker now. Fixed a bunch of bugs, as always, and I was thinking a bunch about priority. In fact, the biggest issue that I've had this week was really about prioritization, in the sense that I'm not sure if I should focus more on features that are going to make more users sign up, or features that would make more of my existing registered users convert to paying users. And I think like that whole decision depends on whether I think that my existing registered users and the ones that are currently registering are convertible, or in other words, if they're good users that can eventually convert to paid. And that depends on whether, they have the money to convert to paid, they have the need for the features that I'm offering, for the paid features that I'm offering, and so on. And I'm not sure about that, to be honest, because many of my users currently are like students or people who are just getting started being developers or learning to develop, or some of them are product companies that only have one website or very few websites, and they don't need crazy features. For example, maybe, a jewelry signs up to monitor their jewelry website. They don't need many monitors. They don't need crazy fast monitoring. Probably they don't even need SMS alerts. So I think that kind of user is probably not convertible. And so if that's the kind of users that I'm getting, and I need to figure out why is that the kind of user that I'm getting, and how do I change that? Because otherwise I'm never going to be able to make any money. So that's a little bit what I'm going to be working on this week, this new week, week 3 of Building in Public. It's a marketing week, and I'm going to be focusing on trying to figure out what is the quality of the users that I'm getting, and if it's necessary to improve it, and how can I improve it. So that's about it. That said, I also last Sunday had the chance to go to the beach and sunbathe a little bit. Well, it wasn't a beach really, it was a natural swimming pool. That's quite a thing here in Tenerife where I am, and that was really cool and really necessary. And also I've been scuba diving on Thursday and Friday, and that was amazing. It was my first time, and it just feels so good to be underwater. It feels like I imagine it must feel to be in space. That's the only way that I can describe, because you're free to move up and down and right or left and everywhere, and you just kind of glide. You push yourself a little bit and you glide forward. It's super cool, and it feels like you're weightless. That's quite nice. So yeah, also I was really surprised by the amount of engagement that I got last week by posting this video, last week's video on indie hackers. So I'm quite excited to keep this up and find more friends on indie hackers, and meet other people who are also building their own products. Well, one of the things that I've enjoyed this last week, I haven't been super active this last week because it was coding week, so I was trying not to spend too much time on Twitter and indie hackers and so on, but I was still reading the posts of other people a little bit, and I found various posts of people encountering problems that are super similar to the ones that I'm encountering right now, or that I've encountered before. For example, there was this one about like how do you know when it's time to give up on a project and move to the next one? Or another one about I'm trying to talk to my users, but it just won't talk back. I'm having that problem a lot right now. And I got a super cool idea from that one, that for something that I just released today as part of this marketing week. So I'm just going to spoil it super quick. I've changed my onboarding flow so that now it asks for my users' WhatsApp number or Instagram username if they want to give it. It's not mandatory. But if they do want to give it, then I can reach out to them with my personal number or with my personal Instagram account and try to set up a bit of a personal, a bit of a personal bond with these people, and try to understand what exactly were they hoping to solve when they signed up for my service, and so on. Yeah, that's about it. It's a cool journey. I'm loving it so far. It's really nice to wake up and be excited to get to work, and always be excited for tomorrow when I go to bed. That's one of the things that I love about working on my own projects, and I'm looking forward to to see what this new marketing week brings on. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you in a week for the review of this new marketing week. Bye.